This is a really cool website that I've been playing with today. Uh, it's an interactive map of the Earth that allows you in real time to explore certain physical features of the weather and such. This is surface wind uh, being displayed on the graphic, and as you can see, every time I move or zoom in, it has to reset the graphic. This is on my mobile phone. It could work even better on a desktop with a mouse. But here we can see clearly see Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Jose further east. I'm going to zoom in all the way to Hurricane Irma here. Get a look at this monster. Wow. So there's Hurricane Irma in all its fury, beating up on the island. And then as we zoom out, I want to show you a few features that is really cool of what you can do with this website. So down on the bottom left it says Earth. I tap on that and it pulls up a menu. Date, data, source, control, mode, height, overlay, projection. So the mode is air, but I can change it to ocean. Oops, actually I changed the height. I can change it to ocean, and now we're looking at ocean waves, wave patterns, and of course you can like zoom in and look at them closer. And then another, so now that we're under ocean, under animate, instead of waves, there's currents. So here we're looking at ocean currents like the Gulf Stream uh, in real time and all the other ocean currents. Pretty interesting. So going back to air. Oh no, then there's another one that's interesting. After air, ocean, there's chem. This is chemicals. So the first one, the default one, is carbon monoxide. And this is interesting. Look in the Rocky Mountain west of the United States. You can see lots of sources of carbon monoxide. And you can probably guess what that is. Forest fires. You can also look, instead of carbon monoxide under overlay, there's an option for CO2, carbon dioxide. Again, from the fires, but also Southern California, the Gulf Coast, and the East Coast, especially up by New York and all that industry. I'm thinking that's carbon dioxide from industry, smokestacks and such. So there's also sulfur dioxide, but let's now go back to air. No, particulates. Now, this is interesting. Particulates like smoke. So in the west, you can see the green is probably smoke from fires. But look over here in Africa. Now, this is dust. The green might be smoke or something. I'm not sure what the colors might correspond to how much particulate, but from Africa, I know that the Sahara, the winds blow the sands and lots of dust into the ocean, which I think has something to do with hurricane development, but I don't know enough about that to be certain. Um, so going back to air, uh, so you can also change the height. So instead of surface, there's a series of numbers for these winds that correspond with barometric pressure. 1,000 is near the surface of the Earth. Cut it down to 500. Now we're talking much higher elevation winds. You can start to see the jet stream. You can still see the hurricane. But if you go up to 250 or down to 250 in barometric pressure, which is higher elevation, now you can really see the jet stream very prominently. This is the elevation where it's where the jet stream resides. It's looking really crazy. And there's also a jet stream around the south, and it's dipping way down to Florida almost in this crazy weather pattern that we're having. And then if you go up higher to like 70 on the barometric pressure, now we're talking high winds that are above the jet stream and way over the hurricane, and going even higher to a barometric pressure of down to 10. This is what I call Jupiter Earth. It's super high level atmosphere. I mean, winds at the very top of the atmosphere that are unobstructed by continents or mountains, and you get these bands of winds that look a lot like Jupiter, and you'll even get a big cyclone like this. That would be like Jupiter's big red spot, right? Pretty cool. So we'll drop the winds down to surface level. And the last thing I wanted to point out was projection. So the default down on projection is O, which is this globe. But there are also other projections. This is one you would often see, just the Earth in a rectangle. Something I wanted to point out, especially to flat Earth type of people, is when you take the globe, the surface of the globe, and you stretch it out and you try to make a rectangular sheet, you end up stretching it and causing all these distortions in the continents. And as I move this around, you'll see. See, look at Greenland in the middle. It doesn't look so big. Look how big Africa is. Comparison now. Let me put it like Africa in the middle. Now it doesn't look so big, but Greenland is huge, right? Basically, when you make a flat map, you're distorting continents you're stretching it all out, and it shows. Now there's this other projection, WB, that tries to avoid that problem, but you don't get a neat rectangle. See, you move the map around and the continents don't get as distorted, but you don't get that nice, neat rectangle, right? Just going to look at the hurricane under this projection. There it is. Okay, well, that's what I wanted to show. This is a pretty fun tool and a toy. Oh, one last thing. When you actually tap on something or click with the mouse, see that little green circle? It gives you a reading. See, it's on the bottom left, but if I hit the Earth button, it goes up to the bottom or upper left. It gives you the wind speed and I don't know if that's temperature, 290 degrees. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not really sure what that is, but we can explore some wind speeds here around the hurricane. Boom, 68 kilometers an hour, 99 kilometers an hour, 132 kilometers an hour. Let me zoom in more. 146, 131, 141. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Well, not fun for the poor people there, though. All right, well, that's all I wanted to show. So check out this website. Have some fun with it.